Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark. If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to Season 2 of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. To all our old and new listeners, we're excited to have you here with us. ClockTower is a D&D campaign turned audio drama, played with a custom class and a few house rules that we as a group collectively enjoy. If you find yourself getting a little lost, there's always older episodes to guide you back to the path. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. Over the next hour or so, maybe even 2 hours, Note-Taker Skeleton and Skeleton Boss and Donnie do in fact have Note-Taker Skeleton take out all of his notes for the raid that is said to commence tomorrow evening on the Albaros home base, which is not like a big mansion kind of a building, but it is like a pretty nice house with a gated yard. It used to be a church, but the church burned down, and on the foundations of the church, using some of the, like the basements and stuff are still the stone and brick foundations that the church had previously, like all the stores and everything that wasn't made out of wood still is the church, and then they built a more modern style for the world and time that they're in right now around that. It usually is extremely heavily guarded. The Heartless Mafia's deeds have been substantially dwindling down their resources as people, and they even like show you on a big map of the city where the warehouse full of mob guys who are being locked up but are being like fed and taken care of. Like Donnie didn't want anybody to starve, but also wasn't going to turn them into the police, and also wasn't going to kill them. And they're being guarded by many skeletons there as well. Their plan is, since it's going to be lightly guarded, to just storm the front gate. They are almost sure that Tony can just walk through the gate, and that they're going to command the well-armed mob guards that are remaining there to stand down and not fight them. Skeleton King is hoping that they do get into a firefight, and everybody is prepared for that eventuality. But none of the skeletons are allowed to kill the head boss of the Albaro family, whose name is Frank.
Oh, I would have asked, what does Frank look like?
They show you a picture of him, actually.
Perfect, because as somebody with a gun, I'd rather not like headshot this man before.
He looks like an older dude with he's balding on the top of his head, his hair is gone white on the sides. He looks like he's wearing a nice suit, and he's pretty average weight.
Do they know if there's like a large building across the street, either in the back or in the front?
The way the mansion is set up, there are not any buildings with good sight lines to the mansion through any windows for some reason. So we are jumping into the moment right after this entire plan has been explained to all of you, and you guys can say whatever you would like to about the plan. Skeleton Boss seems very proud of said plan. Donnie seems a little hedgy on the plan, but Skeleton King's confidence seems to be working, and Notes seems to not have much of an opinion.
Don't worry, Donnie. If this all goes south, we can always do it again.
I'm not so sure about that.
You won't even notice.
I'm very confused. I'm just going to trust you on that one.
Well, usually we can do it again.
Okay, you are making
Don't add the extra addendum. It makes it sound bad for him.
It does kind of make it sound bad for him.
I'm sure it'll go great.
Thank you, I think.
It's a good plan, as I look at Skeleton Boss.
I agree. It's very, very good, Skeleton. And thank you, Notes. It's very, very kind for... Yes, so one last little thing that I should let you guys know is, depending on who you ask in the city, these guys have always been very, very kind and very... what's the word I'm looking for here? Very...
Noble?
Yes, very, very noble in their acts, I suppose. But they over the course of time, their intentions have just they've soured, and it's part of the reason why I did what I did. It not only because I felt betrayed, but they just, something about them they're not the same. That's why it's so important that I talk with the man that he was like a father to me.
Again, how long were they using this type of ammunition? Were those long before you were with them?
From what I understand, it's been in their family for generations. It's always kind of been there, but we were told not to mess with it, not to meddle. And, you know, I did what I did, and I can now see why. You know, if I could accomplish this with just one single bullet, then who knows what they can do with the whole stockpile.
Well, it seems they've changed targets with whatever they were pointing these bullets at. So it's probably why we're here.
Side question. So if we just run into the front door, what's to stop them from just firing off like 5 of these things and having their own army come in to fight your army?
Well, you see, that's the thing. It's not. Yes, it may look like a bullet, and it is a bullet, but it's not. It's not the same kind that we know. You know, it's like you put a bullet in the gun, bang, kabang, guy's dead, right? These are something else. They're I don't know how to describe it because it's something that we were never really taught about. We were just taught that you don't really think of it. It's like only the people assigned to them know how to properly use them. And if I'm being honest, I don't know how I did it. It was I want to say I had it was the luck of the draw.
Their focus is they basically, from what I understand, from what I know of my magic and some similar things, you got to put your intentions through them, and sometimes it doesn't always come out how you want, but you will get a result.
That is a great way of putting it. I didn't really imagine Skellerboss to come through my door, but it's...
But they'll help you.
Exactly.
This is important. Take notes on this right now. I want to know how to do magic again, so you take all... I'm taking notes, sir. Take all of the notes. Everything Sam said, I want to know. And we are gonna learn how to do magic again, because it's dope. Okay, sir.
So I will also ask you, are you guys, like, armed? I know somebody was asking about, that one over there was asking about, like...
Yeah, he's got a gun on him right there.
Now that Skeleton King is pointing at it, you notice.
Oh, what? I guess you do. How did...
And he's got, like, 2 axes, and she's got a big axe on she's got, like, a holster on the back of her pants there.
Would I need to make, like, a roll? Like a comprehension? Like...
No, because someone's pointing it directly out to you.
Sure. It's like, yeah, I guess they do, huh? See, I'll admit I'm not the best at this stuff, but I got us this far, at least possibly.
That's okay. I'm gonna take care of everything for you. You're my sweet baby best friend, and I'm gonna make sure that you get to be the boss one day when I'm done being the boss, but not until I'm done because I am the boss right now. That was our agreement.
Yeah, someday when I'm Bones as well, I will take up the mantle.
Well, I promised I wouldn't rip your skeleton out either. So that's.
Is she normal tip? You know what? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Do any of you want to be skeletons before we go?
No.
You know that doesn't work for us.
Okay. I just thought it would be polite to offer.
Because
like we don't get shot and stuff. I wouldn't turn you into a minotaur either, like I rocked that one time.
Yeah.
Hey, if you ever see him again, you tell him that I'm sorry for that bit, okay?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. We should probably get going.
We should go, yeah.
I checked the pocket watch. Looks like it's about that time.
Note-taker Skeleton steps forward as if, like, addressing the room and goes,
Tomorrow at 9, we will meet at the location. There is an alleyway that has no sightlines directly to the front door of the mansion. House? What's it called?
Let's call it an estate.
The estate. Until then, do as you will. Prepare however is necessary or customary for ClockTower agents. I told you, they're clock people.
Is that what you guys call yourselves? Are you guys like a squad? You guys got a name? Like a band of... What should we just...
I told you
just
they're
the
clock
agents?
people. You can't just call them whatever you want. It's rude.
Barrett looks to the rest of the group and kind of shrugs, like...
No, to be fair, no take skeletons, right? We are ClockTower agents. It's kind of a thing.
I have that noted here.
Yeah. Also, some people call us fallen stars, but that's its own thing.
That sounds so dope.
Yeah.
Why don't you call yourselves fallen stars instead?
Because it usually uses an insult.
Yeah.
How would that be an insult? Fallen star, you like make wishes on them? They're dope.
Maybe don't call them that. If they just said it's an insult.
You got a good point. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to insult Sam and my best friend.
You're fine.
Sam once again looks like mildly offended.
And now also my other good friend, the ClockTower lady.
The name's Trinket.
Yeah, my name's Trinket.
And Trinket, my good friend, the ClockTower lady.
There you go.
Close enough.
And then there's me, who's just the jerk.
The Skeleton King like looks over at Barrett and goes, "Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow night."
Wait, hold on. Just to officiate everything, as per tradition, let's all officially shake hands.
Yeah, I would like to touch you guys. I mean, shake hands. That's how you complete a team.
You know what? Maybe let's just say the deal's been settled and we can just prepare.
Agreed.
There we go. Probably for the best, yeah.
Now I feel weird. No Tinker Skeleton, shake my hand. That's all I wanted to do. That's what I meant.
Clanky, rattle.
Or like a hug, maybe.
Rock was good at those, yeah.
What do you mean what? Oh, because he broke up with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna go now.
All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Turns and walks out of the room. Is the drink still at the bar at all, or has it
Yes.
been cleaned? Okay. It's gonna like put their hands up on the bar. Excuse me.
The blue-haired person looks down and goes, "Oh, hello."
There was a mint julep supposed to be made.
Oh, yeah. So like looks at you, having to like be on
It's like the full cake of makeup.
You're not a child, right?
No, but I get asked that often.
Okay. Do you have like anyone to vouch for you,
You know
or
the
like a passport or something I could see?
Barrett, the dude who just also ordered water.
Yeah.
They're also an adult.
All right. Is anybody else coming out?
I feel like we're all walking out of the room.
I was specifically.
Hey, you guys, you vouch that this guy's not a kid, right?
They are not a child, no.
Okay.
I'm just small
Oh, I'm
and have makeup on.
sorry. And they like hold the hand the mint julep down to you.
Thank you. I've never had alcohol before.
That doesn't help my. Okay.
To be fair, they're probably older than you. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, you I believe.
Thanks.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Walk out.
Trinket, you mind if I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
I would like to. Where are you guys having this conversation? Are you having it at the bar?
Literally stepping like two
Step
steps
aside.
away from
Are
the
you
bar.
you're stepping aside from the bar and aside from these two, right? Like aside from other people.
It's not like it's super like secretive or anything.
Okay, that's. I just want to make. I want to
I'm
make clear how far removed you're having this conversation.
literally like turning away for a second. Trinket, do you mind speaking with you for a second?
What is it?
I was wondering if you'd be willing to ask a couple questions for us.
Sure.
Yeah, I've noticed. I think you have quite a few coins there, don't you?
Yeah. So what do you want to ask?
That's a good question. I didn't quite know what to ask when I asked. But what I did get from when I asked was that Donnie here has something that they shouldn't, which I think they were talking about the bullet casing. I'd like to know more about the ammo, what it does, where they got it from, why they have it maybe. What do you think is a good question for those?
I think I can come up with something.
I feel like you have a good instinct for those kind of questions, so probably better that you have all those coins anyways.
All right.
For the future, probably be wise that kind of take the lead on that.
I guess so. It does seem to hate me the least.
Yeah, well, good luck.
All right. I'm gonna go give the blue-haired lady a coin.
Okay. You just like walk up and put the
Yeah,
coin in
just
the bar.
hold it right out to her.
They just like. Sam and Jaeger, you guys are like
Okay,
mid
Sam, so
saying
when
something.
if it doesn't taste good, you just take it back and take all of it at the same time, and sometimes that'll help out a bit more. Then you'll get the effects of having the fun alcohol thing.
And then all of a sudden, you guys feel the like warmth in the room leave.
Sam drops her drink.
No!
Fuck!
It hits the floor and like spills out because you were holding it, and then like that hits the floor, rolls a little bit away from you, and just stops rolling without having all of its momentum spent. It just like freezes as soon as it's like far enough removed from you and your field of influence. As the hand like takes the coin, slides it off as it like evaporates into the ether, and those eyes that look like distant stars look back at you as the voice says, "Hello, Trinket. What can I do for you?"
Well, I was wondering if you could tell me what exactly those bullets that, the one that Donnie has and the ones that we're going after are. What are they?
The ancient ammunition that they're using a long time ago used to be fired from a very different kind of gun and used to create a whole host of very unkind effects. But the thing about magic sometimes in some of these worlds, like this one, for example, is it gets forgotten about or pushed to the corners of the world or made into places that are no longer looked at. They hide in the shadows and they lie in people's dreams when they have nightmares at night. Magic exists in this world, but it is long forgotten about, ancient and older than some civilizations. And sometimes magic, like wine, gets better the older it gets. So now, even though the gun no longer exists that could fire these bullets, someone with the right intentions or the wrong ones might be able to use them in an entire host of ways. But more often than not, magic used recklessly is just going to open a door to things that want in.
I'm going to hand them another coin.
Okay.
My other question is the skeleton boss bound by this deal they made with Donnie?
The owl looks at you for a second, and you like see the glittering essence of them kind of like wisping off of them in parts of, like, it looks like their face is like cracked in some places, and they go, "No." However, why don't you answer something for me, and I'll tell you a little bit more.
Why not?
Do you really trust these people that you're with?
Like the Skeleton King? No.
No,
he's
not
a
the Skeleton
fucking
King.
skeleton. Like, what do you...
No. You know I don't mean the Skeleton King.
Well, I don't exactly know them very well, but I don't expect them to betray me.
I see. Well, I hope you're right. For your sake.
Me too.
The Skeleton King isn't bound by magic, but he's not a liar. So, I hope he doesn't betray you.
No, I mean, he's a skeleton. I kind of expect the skeleton to betray us. I don't know. But he does feel like a little bit of a red herring. I'm not sure.
Well, he doesn't belong here. Do you have another question? The owl looks over at Sam. Like, while you two are talking, and like, sees that Sam doesn't want to look back at the owl.
Sam's like,
and like
still looking at their drink like, oh.
Holds up a couple, like one hand and just like slightly bends a couple fingers as like a very creepy wave. Like a very, very threatening wave.
Sam leaves the building.
Sick.
And Jaeger's actually sees it and then steps between Sam and the owl.
Cute.
Okay, I do have one more question.
He looks fucking worried.
Give him a coin.
The owl like looks back to you and like someone putting on their customer service voice goes, "What can I do for you?"
So do the Albero family, do they know how to use these bullets?
Oh, yes.
So we can expect some magic resistance.
They already are.
I guess, yeah, I'll give one final coin. Which I do have an extra after this still. Do they have the gun?
No.
Well, that's good.
The
At least-
gun no longer exists.
That's good. Okay. That's
It
a
was-
relief.
It was shattered long ago.
All right. So we've definitely had a problem with these magical items in the past, if that is what happened. All right. Well, I guess thanks for your time.
The owl like kind of cocks its head at you as if like it's confused that you just thanked it, and it goes, "You're welcome, Trinket." And then all of a sudden it's back to normal. The music like kicks on abruptly, and the person like staring at you behind the bar goes, "Did you need something? I'm so sorry."
No. No. Anyway.
Well, I think as they part from the bar, Well, I think that went well.
I think we've answered a couple important questions. We are definitely going to be hit with some type of magic shit tomorrow.
Undoubtedly.
And I think because, thinking about it, our mission parameters usually are one of three things. So far, we have seen actually none of those three things. So whatever those magic bullets do is probably going to bring about one of those other things that we're supposed to stop.
I think we need to reclaim the bullets and kill Skeleton King.
Maybe. We definitely, we might
There's
need to,
no maybe
we
in
might
that.
need to get Skeleton King out of here, but I don't think he's the main problem.
I know,
He's just
but
part of the...
He's definitely part of the problem.
I also want to...
It's going to help us to our main goal,
Yeah.
but he's going to be a problem afterwards. You know it to be true. You can't just he's not going to settle down and just take the fucking win.
Actually, he does kind of. I'll give you the heads up just so you know. Last time he just kind of took it.
Really?
Yeah,
The Skeleton King?
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just
Right.
kind of let us have the kill, and then
No, what I mean is he's definitely going to step in afterwards.
for what?
If we remove the bullets from this whole equation, Skeleton King still remains.
Yes.
I don't think he's allowed to remain here.
Yeah, I don't think he's allowed to be
No,
here.
that's what I said. We're gonna let him have his win for his
We're
friend,
gonna kill him.
and then we're going to seal the deal by finishing him off.
Right. And I
Nice.
think we'll just have to pass the baton over to Donnie over here.
Yeah, there you go.
You guys heard muffled yelling from the room you guys have like come out of in the back. That's just like,
You made me look bad in front of my best friends!
I'm sure you'll see him again.
Oh,
we
I'm
always
more than
do.
aware of it now,
Yes.
apparently, because I thought we killed him for real, but now he's just fucking still here. So who knows?
I know. All right, well, we have the rest of the night. I'm sure if you want to attempt to sleep or something.
I gotta go find Sam.
Right,
He
yeah.
turns and walks out of the bar.
You want a drink? Drink it?
Why? Like, why?
We have time to kill for once.
I'm not thirsty. I don't experience hunger or thirst. I don't know why you guys are always eating and drinking.
Well, Grin always told me it was a good time spent. So, I don't know.
Do you think we really are just supposed to do nothing for like the next 24 hours?
We could go ahead and scout out the raid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Let's do it.
As we go ahead and go to our referenced plans and go ahead and scout out the alleyway we're supposed to meet up at originally, with no sight lines, right?
right. Okay, so first, Jaeger and Sam, you guys meet out front someplace?
Yeah, so Sam, after having left out the building, has gone around like a corner into a side alley if there is one.
Right.
And I think when Jaeger is coming upon them, has just finished with their wand carving the rune for Fairy Fire from the
Lost Souls.
Lost Souls arc into a random bit of wall.
Roll an Arcana check with advantage, please.
A natural 20.
Yeah, after you finish carving it, it glows on the wall and then like has like a big like whoom, like it activated and then like settles and it looks just like the mines, the ones that you like walk over and then they like explode in fairy fire.
Thankfully, it's on the wall, so you'd probably have to touch it.
Yeah.
Sam, I never took you for one to start going into graffiti.
Oh, no, I was just theory crafting something. I never got to test if I could actually make traps like this, but now I can. Or I guess I've proven I can.
You can.
Are you okay?
I'm
Why are you
fine.
out here?
I came to check on you.
Oh, okay.
It seems like the interaction from before didn't go very well, so
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
I don't mean this time, I mean last mission.
Yeah, they insulted Rock, and I pushed back.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I push and they punch.
Yeah. You know I wouldn't let something happen to you without me doing something, right?
Of course, Jaeger. I think all of us would always do something to protect each other.
Okay.
I've never doubted you. I know if anything happens, you'll be there. Whether or not which one of us is standing after that is, well, never mind.
Yeah. I hope so. All right. I think the others are going to go. They seem like they're very mission focused in general, and they don't want to have a good time. So,
Do you just want to ditch them? We can do that.
we can do that.
What are they gonna do? Stop us?
We can just click the watch later, or meet them tomorrow at the place.
Yeah, we know where. Listen, we know where they're gonna be. We know what time we're supposed to be there. Let's just meet them then.
You know what? We'll explain what happened later. We needed a bit of time off.
Yeah, of course. Also, Sam looks at the trap they've now laid on this alleyway. I don't know how to get rid of this. It won't kill anybody, but
It's just a glow. You just glitter bomb somebody. It's really what you did.
apparently.
And I don't think this world
I kind
really
of want
knows.
to do it more.
You know?
Oh.
We could just walk around the entire city setting these up. It's not gonna hurt anyone.
Let's do it.
It doesn't hurt anybody.
It doesn't hurt anybody.
It's just funny.
It's just funny.
Can we do different colors for each one?
Oh yeah, I can do different colors.
Let's go. And Jaeger fucking like walks by Sam and like looks at them and goes, I want purple, and then I want like light blue, and then I want like a light green, and then we have to put a few of like this color, and he points at like Rock's hat's feather. He goes, we have to get a few of that color. Too.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
And
let's go.
you two, we like see Sam and Jaeger walking down the street at night, and like there's like cars occasionally driving past them, and they're just like, we gotta do this in this color, and then they like get further and further down the street until the doors to the club open, and Trinket and Barrett walk out, and they look to the left and the right, and there's just no sign of Sam and Jaeger. They're just gone.
Looks like it's just us.
That's fine.
That's fine indeed. Lead the way. As Barrett very obviously looks both ways before crossing the street.
Oh my gosh.
I almost imagine the scene too of like Trinket starts walking forward for a second, and then Barrett like puts a hand on Trinket's shoulder and like looks both ways and goes,
Sorry.
you guys get there. It takes a while to walk there, actually. It's like an hour and a half walk to get over there. Is there anything you guys want to cover that you guys talk about, or do you walk mostly in silence as you go?
Skeleton King did make this plan. If he sees himself on top at the end of this, I assume he probably would have set himself up some countermeasures.
I don't really know Skeleton King, so I don't really
lucky.
know how he operates.
Well, he's also not that smart, so
It's kind of partly why I wanted to go scope out the area to see if the plan even lines up. You know?
depends on how much he listens to Donnie or not. I have no idea what those two could possibly get up to, but it's no good. Hopefully we get up to some good by tomorrow. Let's make sure that happens.
Yeah.
So let's go check this out. As we at least just go, like, scout out, make sure they're like, okay, there's nothing going on here. This looks like a good rendezvous. Nothing's wrong here. No spring traps.
You guys, not only do you rendezvous, you realize you both are experienced clock tower. Well, Trinket not as much as Barrett. Barrett, you're an experienced clock tower agent. You realize that like people at the estate won't have any reason to think you're anything other than just random civilians. So like you're able to walk by the estate and like scope it out and like even like walk along the whole perimeter of it and get the entire lay of the land. It's almost completely fenced in. It's got like a whole little like section of the city to itself with a sidewalk going all the way around it, because it used to be a focal point of the town. It used to be a church. So there's only one large gate. It's big enough for like a huge truck to get in and out if it needs to. And judging from the gate, yeah, Tony could probably just walk through it. It's like it is guarded. There's like a little like kiosk there that looks like there might be a guard there listening to like a radio, just like tuning in. And there's a couple other like silhouettes you guys saw around the perimeter. But if Skeleton King walks in there with his whole fucking army, these guys don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Like they're skeletons, and these guys have Tommy guns. Like what are they gonna do? Shoot them?
They're poor coats.
The guys here are not meant to fight animated skeletons.
Yeah, there's just gonna be a bunch of pillow feathers flying up in the air, and,
Yeah.
and Skeleton King's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants.
You notice that the plan from the outside, only from what you can like glean from outside of the building, after the plane goes inside to like go into like their main base and to go underground where the bullets are stored, that bit you don't know because you can't go in there unless you would like to try and figure out and tell me how you're going to try and plan to do that. But as far as the plan is concerned, the alleyway that you're meeting in actually doesn't have very many sightlines. It is pretty well like secluded away from the estate, and it's just down the street. So you guys could rally the entire force there. It's big enough for like the whole skeleton army to fit, and then you just march down the street and go straight through the front door if that's what you're doing. Both of you roll me an investigation check. And if you want, you can tell me like if there's anything specific you'd like to try and suss out about this plan or the estate, and I can try and give you a bonus. If
I rolled a 19 for investigation. We're kind of like scouting the perimeter of the estate right now, correct?
Yeah.
We've already seen the front gate, and we know that fucking Tony could walk through that like rice paper. Are there any like other exits, other entrances, like other gates that...
So there aren't other gates, but with your 19, you do find that there is a rusted corner of one of the fences on the backside of the estate that you think that if, you know, per se, someone with a large axe hit it real good, it would just smash that piece of the fence like in, and you could like crawl, like army crawl under the fence and get in that way.
Okay. The note taker skeletons like plans, did they include a map at all?
Yeah, but you guys don't have it on you. You just saw it.
Yeah. I assume they probably have some kind of like sewer system they can go through. This is a city above all, so if there's no other exits, I think that's the only other possible other way of going out and making our life more difficult.
The plans stated that the sewer access is all pipes that a person couldn't fit through.
Okay, great.
For the estate.
Good to know.
There's like a manhole cover that you could access the sewer from like the front of the street, but not into the estate.
Hey, Trinket. I don't know how ambitious you're feeling right now, but I could maybe try and use Grin's ring. Maybe make this renovation of this fence a little quieter, if you catch my drift.
Sure.
I've never tried it before, but I've seen him do it a million times. Give it a shot.
You can cast silence, which the spell reads as follows. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point that you choose within range. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to the thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible there.
Does the sphere move with us?
If you cast it on an item, you can move that item with you.
So if I cast it on your axe, anything the axe does would be...
But you two won't be able to talk inside of it.
Yeah.
It's like complete no sound in a 20-foot radius. I'm gonna give you this offer of advice since I know you don't play 5e very much.
Yes.
You can cast it on a rock.
Oh, and just carry the rock with us and flick it when we're done.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fucking rad.
That's like a pretty well-known D&D strategy of like cast silence on rock, and then when you're like done with silence, yeet rock.
I feel like that's something Barrett would do. Hell yeah.
And you have the experience to know that like, cast silence on the rock, and then Grin carry the rock, and then Grin throw the rock when we're done.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll find a piece of like broken off cobblestone from the road.
It's paved streets actually, but there's rock.
Right.
There's plenty of rock that is just like on the garden or like on the near the fence from
I could
the
do it on
like
a leaf
lawn
or
inside that you just like pick up a small rock.
All right, small rock obtained.
Okay.
All right, well, wish me luck. I've never done this before. As I'm going to remove the ring from the chain of Barrett's pocket watch and attempt to cast silence on this pebble.
So when you put the ring on, for a second, as soon as you like hold it in your hand and then you put it on your hand, you like have a brief flash of like one of the first times you and Grin were in the clock tower in the first place. And Grin like let you see his watch and you let him see your axes, and you guys were like looking at him. And Grin kind of like smiles at you and he's like, and you like looked down at the ring in your hand, like it felt as like the same as having a connection with someone, like when you shake their hand or give them a hug. That's what it felt like to hold Grin's equipment, and as soon as you put it on your hand, you feel that same feeling again.
Guess I already got the luck with me as I attempt to cast silence on this puny pebble.
Well, considering the rock doesn't need to make a save.
Heck yeah, sure hope not.
So you do.
Okay, great.
You cast silence on the rock. There's no roll needed. That's how spells work. In a 20-foot radius around where you're holding that rock, there is no there is no noise. It's completely silent.
I just give you a very quick and decisive nod, like I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna try to break through.
All right, you like take your axe out and like fully extend it, right? And then you just like baseball swing that shit.
Yeah.
All right, roll an attack.
All right, so 20 total.
Damn. Yeah, you hit the 3 AC of the wall.
Yeah, yeah. It explodes.
Do damage to the fence.
7.
Okay, well, it had 2 hit points. So you, with your axe, like, hit the gate, like, right above the point where it's, like, kind of rusted and decrepit, and you don't bend it or break it, you cut right through all of the bars of the gate. Like, your axe goes, like, boom, 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 through all of the bars that are part of this, like, wrought iron gate, and then it, like, sinks into part of the sidewalk at the end, and you just kind of, like, pick it up, like, and the gate, like, bars just all fall silently. There's plenty of space for you and Barrett to, like, be able to crawl underneath it. Not at the same time, but...
All right.
I give you another decisive nod and start army crawling underneath the fence.
All right, and I will follow.
All right. You two both are now inside the estate, inside the compound. You're in a bunch of brush, and you and Trinket have made it inside the estate. Hey, it's Ellie again, and I'm here to tell you everything about what's going on with ClockTower right now. Unfortunately, I'm doing this outro before the last episode was released to anyone other than our Patreons. I'm also doing this outro for an episode that's going to come out after Before They Were Lost has released, and its watch party has already happened. So I hope everybody enjoyed that episode. I've already edited it. I'm really excited about it. I'm doing that outro right after this one. And the next episode of Before They Were Lost will be releasing at the end of this month. That episode will end this side story, and we'll be hosting another poll in our Discord to decide which side story you guys want to see next. You won't be able to vote for another Before They Were Lost story, but don't worry, there will be more. There'll be more opportunities. It'll be a selection of some of the options from the first poll and maybe some new options. If you want to do anything with ClockTower, please feel free to contact us to try and collaborate through the Contact Us section of our website. Oh, that's something that I wanted to say. We're currently working on putting the ClockTower test on the website. I need to talk to our friend who's helping us and see how they would like to be credited. But just know that that's going to be something you can do real soon. And I've seen the, like, early prototype version, and I'm very excited. It's very, very cool. It is very neat to not have to grade the ClockTower test by hand. So, something to look forward to. I think we're on to credits for this episode. Barrett was played by Bink. Sam was played by Cal. Trinket was played by Kball. Jaeger was played by Trent. Donnie was played by Valik. And I, Ellinthris, was the DM. The voice of our disclaimer is Valik Donahew. You can check out his work at patreon.com/themadlanddreamer. All music from Season 1 of ClockTower, and very much reused in Season 2 of ClockTower, was made by Who's Music. If you would like your own D&D music commissioned, I just saw a post from them that they're open for commissions again. You can contact them and find all of their work through linktree/whos.music, or find it in the description below. Thanks, Who's. Bone in It and Sticky Shadows are 2 new songs for this episode made by Cal and Andrew. Oh, also, there was a brief quote from Grin in this episode. Grin was played by Andrew. Thank you to our editing team and Cal for making the episodes what they are. Thank you to our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. And thank you again for listening. ClockTower, Season 2, Episode 13, will be out for all of our early episode patrons on June 16th, and will release publicly on June 23rd. The watch party in our Discord will be at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Saturday, June 24th. Till then, time's ticking. See you in the ClockTower.